Loneliness Recovery Rubric Female. I write personal essay and memoir, and this is not really the traditional route. It's a hermit crab essay, obviously, and that means that the essay is living inside a form that is not normally essay. It's living inside a rubric this time. And rubrics are difficult to write in the world of education, and some students hate them because it is how we assess if we are teachers. And sometimes they're not easily working as an assessment. So I had a lot of fun with this because I've been a teacher for years and years and years and years. So if you're a teacher and you found this to be funny, or if you're a student and you found this to be funny, I'm happy to hear that. I am trying very hard to put the truth on the page. And so I have been working toward that for about 11 years now. I started writing 11 years ago when I was 55, or 54, I think. I'm 65 now. And that isn't a long time in the scheme of a writer. But it has been the challenge for me to look inside and to tap into the truth and put it on the page. And in this case, I was really working toward that issue of loneliness for me. I have found out that some people have seen humor inside this piece, and that makes me very happy, because when I do this kind of sharing the personal, I am afraid often that it's going to come out with that misery and be a sad read, and that is not my intent at all. So if you found some humor in this piece, I'm so glad. That is really a great relief to me. I think I'm funny, just not in the pieces like this that I write. So it's a great relief to think that there's some comic relief there. I find that when you have to share those pieces of yourself that are hard to share because they're so personal, you need to practice and practice and practice. At least I do. And a bunch of years ago, I studied with David Shields at Tin House, and he was teaching me this. And by the end of this week together, he looked at my work and he found one sentence that he felt was authentic and true on the page. And he said to me, in this scene, here's the sentence where you are showing yourself to be complicit. And I love him for doing that for me. And as hard as it was, he set me straight. And I use that as my barometer for the work that I do now. I think about that moment as I write. It's really made a difference in my work. Thank you, David. So that's my goal. I will say this about a piece like this, on the experimental side or alternative side. I know this is not going to help me get my book published, which is sad to me. I've got a memoir out there looking for an agent right now, and they're not going to see this piece and think, oh, now we know she can write a memoir. Too bad. But I like pushing the envelope, and it's wonderful to experiment. And so if you haven't tried that, I hope you will give it a shot. And I think that's everything. And thanks for listening.